Thanks for supporting the channel by clicking the links in the description box. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And now let's get into this podversation. What's up, everyone? We're going to have a podversation about Heather Dubrow. She is formerly of the Real Housewives of Orange County, and she was interviewed on a podcast called Politically Incorrect, and she was asked about current Real Housewives of Orange County housewife Kelly Dodd. Kelly Dodd, she's been controversial from the moment she stepped on the show. Now, I'm not going to lie. I actually kind of liked her in the beginning. I'm one of those people who did watch The Real Housewives of Orange County from the very first season. And I've fallen off from watching it. I haven't watched it in several seasons. And even though she was controversial in some of the things that she said in the beginning, at first I kind of felt like it was a little bit warranted. Because one of the other housewives, Shannon, she was coming for Kelly. She was trying to cause issues with Kelly, and Kelly snapped back at her. Kelly let her know, and Kelly actually called her a few names that were not very nice on camera. A bit shocking for that platform. She actually called Shannon the C word. But at that time, I felt like Kelly was standing up for herself because I felt like she was being bullied in a way. But over the years, she's made a lot of other controversial statements, and there are a lot of people who are Bravo fans that have wanted Kelly to get fired because she's made a lot of statements about social issues online that people find extremely hurtful, extremely controversial. And she made statements about the coronavirus and just a lot of different things. She actually said in April that coronavirus was one of God's ways of quote unquote thinning the herd, and pretty much saying that the earth is too populated, so this is God's way of taking some people out of here, which is ridiculous. Well, the host of the podcast asked Heather where her friendship was with Kelly, and she just pretty much came out and was honest, and she said, "I think that in these days and times, talking about the boycott, if you don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement, if you're going to be against this, if you're not going to understand where we are in our world today and what humans need, you're not human. And I think in those circumstances, you can understand why someone would be canceled." So that statement actually was a little bit surprising coming from Heather. Heather Dubrow, she was really not a fan favorite. Of course, she had some people that really liked her, but she was fired from the show, I believe, because she really didn't bring much to it. She was married to a very rich plastic surgeon. He's actually one of the plastic surgeon doctors that have that show, and they do a lot of corrective surgeries for people who've had bad work done. And he's really good at what he does. I mean, I really feel like they used the Real Housewives of Orange County platform to bolster his career even more, because he was already a successful plastic surgeon anyway. But she wasn't very likable because she just was all about building this new home. Every scene that was about her and her family was very boring because it was just about the new home that they're building and the hexagon shaped ice cubes that are going to come from the freezer refrigerator, and just a lot of different things that were just like, is this real right now? Is this really real? But she is married to a very successful man, and even though she had a few bit parts as an actress back in the day, she was even on an episode of Married with Children, which I thought was very funny looking back at it. But hey, when you're trying to make it in Hollywood, I guess you'll do almost anything. So in a way, calling someone not human is the same as calling someone plastic. Some people saw Heather as being a bit plastic, but in the way that she's describing Kelly, I understand where she's coming from. I understand that even though Kelly has made attempts to apologize, a lot of people are just like done with her and they don't really empathize with her in any way. But because she just comes across as really insensitive. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with Heather calling Kelly not human? Do you feel like Kelly's a pretty plastic person? And how do you feel about Heather? How do you feel about her coming back to the Real Housewives of Orange County? Because from what I've heard, the ratings are really down for this show, and so they're looking for ways to revamp it. I don't know if the ratings are going to go up if they were to bring Heather back, but you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section.